Welcome back to Mimi's Organic Eats. Today we're making avocado lettuce wrap burgers. This is a quick and easy dinner that we make all the time. And if you guys want to add a bun, you can totally do that too. Let me show you guys how to make them. So first we're going to prep our veggies. I like to do this before cooking the burgers. This is going to ensure that everything is ready to assemble as soon as the burgers are hot off the pan. And so you may be wondering what the best kind of lettuce is for lettuce wrap burgers. So we're going to be using romaine lettuce today, which I think is the best kind of lettuce for lettuce wrap burgers. You could also use iceberg lettuce if you want, but I think romaine is a little bit tastier and it's also a little bit healthier for you. So the trick to picking the right lettuce for lettuce wrap burgers is to use a crispy lettuce. This is why romaine and iceberg are going to be your best choices. And now you can use butter lettuce, but that's a much softer lettuce. And so if you prefer that, that's totally fine. It also works. But with the romaine or the iceberg lettuce, those leaves are a little bit crispier and a little bit sturdier, which is going to help hold that burger in since there is no bun. And so if you guys want to make this burger with a bun, you can totally do that too. We make these both ways all the time. And so this recipe is going to make 4 burgers. But if you guys are a small household like us and you just want to make 2 at a time, you can totally do that. And so depending on how many burgers you make, that's how much veggies you want to chop. Especially with the avocado, I don't like to cut avocado ahead of time unless we're going to use it all. So if you're going to have leftovers and you have leftover patties or leftover meat, that's totally fine. I just recommend that you don't cut that avocado, keep it in the fridge, and it'll be better cut when you're going to assemble those other burgers. So first I'm going to get my lettuce ready. And now you're going to want to use 2 large leaves like this for 1 burger. So once they're washed, I like to trim off this little white part here. Now we have 2 beautiful romaine leaves. Now we're going to cut these in half. I like to pair the top with the bottom for each one. And so you can see how this bottom leaf is a little bit more curved and it's a little bit crunchier and a little bit more sturdy. This is where I'm going to place the burger in. Then we're going to cut some nice thick slices of tomato. And then some slices of red onion. And you can do as much onion as you want or as little. And then we're going to slice our avocado. Now that we have all of our veggies chopped and ready to go, we're going to set this aside. So next you're going to want to grab a large skillet. I'm using my Our Place titanium skillet today, which is my absolute favorite for cooking burgers in. This heats up burgers so incredibly well. If you guys have cast iron and you want to use that, that also works too. I'll link this one in the description if you guys want to check it out. So next you're going to grab a plate and a pound of ground beef. And so you guys can use 85-15 ground beef, you can use 80-20 if you want, you can even use a leaner one like 90-10. They all work. It just depends on your preference. So if you're unfamiliar of what those numbers mean, it's just calling out the fat content of the beef. So 90-10, that means only 10% of the beef is fat. 85-15, only 15% is fat. 80-20, 20% is fat. So the higher fat content is going to give you guys a more flavorful beef, but also more fat. I like to stay in the middle and use 85-15. So I'm using Star Walker Organic Farms today. They're one of our favorite organic grass-fed beefs you guys can buy online. And if you guys want to use ground turkey or ground chicken or even ground pork or lamb or a mix of any kind of ground meats, you can also do that too. So now we're going to separate this pound of beef into 4 quarter-pound patties. And now you guys don't have to weigh these. I just like to open the beef packet and then literally cut it in 4s and just eyeball it. That's totally fine. Now we're just going to take each piece of beef and form it into a round disc that's about 5 inches in diameter. You want to always form your burger patties larger than you want the burger to be because they will shrink up as they cook. Now you're just going to generously add some salt and pepper. I like to salt and pepper the other side after I place the patties in the pan. So now that we have our patties formed, it's time to cook the burgers. And now we're cooking these in a skillet today, but if you guys want to cook these on the grill, you can totally do that too. But I am the burger cook in our house. I cook all of our burgers because my husband says that I make them the best. And I always cook them in the skillet. I just think that they're a little bit better. And so the way that I cook burgers is I preheat the skillet to medium. As soon as the skillet is preheated, we're going to add 2 burgers at a time. You don't want to crowd the pan. And I'm going to place the burgers salt and pepper side down. That way I can add some salt and pepper on top of the other side. And then I cook my burgers for exactly 4 minutes per side and then I flip them. So depending on what kind of range you're using or how high your heat is, you may need to go a little bit more or a little bit less. So now that our burgers are done, it's just time to assemble them. And so we're going to start off with those 2 pieces of lettuce like I mentioned. And you guys want to put that crispier one on the inside. That's going to help hold in the burger. And now you guys can use any kind of burger toppings or condiments or anything else that you want. You use mustard, ketchup, barbecue sauce, mayo, spread, anything would be delicious with these. And now we have delicious avocado lettuce wrap burgers. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and comment below and tell me your favorite burger topping. If you want more easy and healthy recipes just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join me next time in the kitchen.